Good evening and welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. There are at least 50% of you viewing this video right now that are not subscribed, so please subscribe. I'm hoping to hit 5,000 subscribers by Christmas. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the debate, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page that you are currently listening to me on muted, click on that link to join the discussion and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There are only a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number 1, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected. Number 2, if you are ejected, please don't try to rejoin the show using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. I'm going to transition across to my photographs in a moment so I can share the show on Facebook, Skype and Twitter. And I would encourage anybody who is in the live audience currently to please also share the show on social media. Once more, if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. So I've just shared the show on Facebook, Skype and Twitter, and in a moment I'm going to transition across as we do already have a few guests in the Hangout. So I'll run through my links very quickly. If you did want to join this show, there is a link in the info box below this video. With the page you are watching me on now muted, click on that link to join the show and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you wanted to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. There are only a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number 1, please do not swear. And number 2, if you do swear, you'll get ejected, but don't try to rejoin the show. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. So with that, I'm going to transition you across to Curved Water, P Mars, and Validation Boy, who have been patiently waiting for this show to begin. So hopefully a few of them can actually say a hello. I think a couple of them may have disappeared, but Curved Water's come off mute. So if I can get a quick hello out of Curved, that'd be brilliant. Oh, I've got no sound. Yeah, the audience have got sound, but I haven't. We shall figure that out. No, they haven't. There we go. Try once more.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, that's working. Wonderful. I kept you on mute, so I wasn't interrupted during my links, but now everyone can hear you, so brilliant. You've only just joined. I don't know if P Mars and Validation Boy have both disappeared temporarily or permanently, but they've been here for a while. How are you doing, Curved?
Hey guys.
Hello. Very quiet for a change, P Mars.
I'll drink some whiskey.
That's good to know. Not too fussed about getting the conversation going because you're already here.
I'm definitely here. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can definitely hear you, VB. But this would normally be dead air anyway, so.
So we're live right now?
We are indeed live. You joined a live show, VB. Shock horror.
Excellent. So I'd like to propose a theory. I don't know if we need more panelists in here or not.
There you go ahead. Mike's all yours.
What we've come into now in Flat Earth is the worship of females. It's become, the gynocracy has infiltrated Flat Earth now. Flat Earth was not always reserved as a men's only thing. In the beginning, it was a men's only thing typically, or for the most part, because men typically are more intellectual than females. Offensive as that sounds, it's true. Women don't really create much at all in this world. There are a few exceptions, very, very few exceptions. But the gynocracy is a hidden power that lays over top of the entire landscape of our entire social construct in the West. And the thing is now is that what I believe is that the globe does not represent a testicle at all. What the globe represents is the pregnant female belly. And that's why it's called Mother Earth. And it's Gaia worship, and globe worship is essentially the same exact thing as cuckery, also known as gynocentric loyalism. And so what we have with the globe is the worship of the female, divine feminine, gold-plated vagina worship, and Flat Earth is everything that is antithesis to that. Done.
My wife says
Makes
so. It's
sense
definitely
to
a
me.
globe then.
P. Mars was talking over you. What was that?
I said, just give me a minute.
Too much to process, Nathan? Too much to process? I know, it's a mind-blowing theory.
It's a bit much to process.
It's a mind-blowing theory, and it's the next level of truth. And once again, Validation Boy is always on the cutting edge, always 2 steps ahead. So that's what I offer this panel tonight.
Cool. Did you play poker today, P. Mars?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
What do you think about that, Curved? What do you think about the fact that you're a mangina cuck that worships the gold-plated vagina, and that's why you're a globist?
I'm wondering if P. Mars said he already drank whiskey, and that's why he's
No, why don't you
quiet,
answer the question, Curved? Why don't you go ahead and answer my question and just ask you, Curve?
or if P. Mars is
So
going
why don't
to
you go ahead and I'm just going to keep talking over you until you answer my question.
Do you think men and women are
Rudely.
equal intelligence curved?
I couldn't hear you. BB was cucking over you. What did you say? Or ask? I didn't hear your question.
The question was, do you think men and women are of equal intelligence?
I mean, how do you really go about determining that? I mean, it's an individual basis. It's not so much, it might fall to one side or the other as to who, by some metric, is overall more intelligent, so to speak, than the other. But I don't even know what kind of parameters you have for it. How are you defining intelligence? And I don't even know why we're talking about it, to be honest.
I'll respond to it. I'll sum it up, or not sum it up, but I'll reconfigure it all for you. Okay, there's men and women in this world. Now, there's also 2 different things. There's the male mindset and the female mindset. Now, you can't ask a male like Curb Water who has a female mindset the way that he does that question because he doesn't understand that.
It sounded like his response was gynocentric.
Very gynocentric. He is the epitome of blue-pilled cuckery. Curved Water is. So we can't really expect much from him except collectivism, stupidity, hatred of God, hatred of his creator, denial of the fact that he exists, utter nihilism, self-trashing. We can't expect anything other than that from Curved Water, and that's permanent. He's too old to fix that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. So that's what he's doomed for the rest of his life, is to be that guy. That's what you are, Curved. So debate that.
Anybody have anything to
And
say about
silence.
like facts of the flat
And
Earth
silence.
or anything like that?
No, this is all about flat Earth. This is all about flat Earth versus globe Earth.
Why are you crying silence when I'm clearly speaking and you could hear me?
Well, answer the question then.
Yeah, I don't think you really have any questions here. I mean,
I just asked you like 5 questions.
I hope you're enjoying your gag, but I think most people here realize what you're doing and realize the source.
This is reality.
They realize the source. You're not someone to be taken seriously, and they realize
How
it.
so? How so? I actually have original thought and produce content.
I've already responded to you too much.
You literally do nothing. You literally do nothing on YouTube except come on and be a reactionary force against something that already exists. When have you ever produced a single piece of original content or an original thought of your own? All you do is react to people.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
You never go on the offensive. You're only on the defensive. You're never on the offensive. You're always on the defensive because that's all you are. That's all you can do. That's all you can ever do. Do you have content?
Is on the defensive because all you do is you're offensive and you go after everybody with baseless assertions and lies.
Am I baseless to say that you don't have any content?
Yeah, you are. You are baseless in everything that you say.
You have content. You have content.
You are baseless in everything that you say.
You have content.
Content. I bring content to YouTube 24/7.
Oh, yeah. You don't have any real content. All you do is react to people.
I don't upload videos.
Yeah, because you have nothing to say.
Is that the only content that is available?
Well, that's actual content. What you do is
interacting and speaking and dealing with each other in a hangout is not content. Okay.
No, it's not.
My content's all over Nathan's videos.
Nathan is creating the content right now. You are reacting.
Nathan is not creating what I bring. Nathan's not creating what anybody brings. He has the platform.
He created the platform.
He's not creating the content.
He created the platform. That is content.
And you, once again, are intangible. See ya.
If you have a golden vagina, you don't need content, and that's the problem with society.
Mm-hmm. Curved Water walks around with an imaginary gold-plated vagina on his head, and everything that he thinks comes from that. And he's just reactionary. He doesn't produce any content at all. After all these months and months, maybe even years of him being on YouTube, just getting on places just to deny, just to distract, just to be an a-hole. Excuse me. He has no content. He has nothing to offer anybody except for reactionary denial of other people's proactive and outward ideas that they actually produce.
Have the agency page me when somebody comes on with an argument. Thanks.
You literally have no arguments, Curved Water. You can't even argue against what I'm saying to you right now. That's how substanceless and pathetic you are, Curved Water.
He was just in a hangout with his atheist troll friends, and Cat Earth was there.
Hating
and
God.
the second Cat Earth left, they started making fun of Cat Earth behind his back because he believes in a creator and talking about how there's no evidence for God and all this garbage.
Can you tell me what I said?
You hate God.
He didn't defend Cat Earth, but you were in the hangout with them talking bad about him.
I like went on mute and I wasn't listening to the hangout. Do you realize that? But yet you're going to
so you just linger on hangouts
because I was in the panel and I wasn't listening at the time because I had gotten very bored with the conversation.
I would have stuck up for my friend.
If I'm not there listening, how am I to stick up for my friend? And it's not something that I argue about.
So you basically just linger on hangouts.
It's my fault. I do what I want, BB. I do what I want.
Linger on hangouts with nothing to contribute whatsoever.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion? Why are you so extreme? Why don't you realize that there's middle ground? I don't just hang around hangouts contributing nothing.
I've never seen you propose an idea.
I'm usually involved in talking. You've never seen anything because you don't have your eyes open. You just don't even know what you're talking about right now. You could have written down this hours of baseless accusations before the show even started. Baseless.
You don't have any content. I've never seen you once offer any significant contribution to a conversation other than reactionary denial. That's it.
Do you have anything other
literally
than your
all
own
that you
personally warped subjective opinions? No, you do not. You bring opinions, and
So do you.
You just attack people. You don't even offer valid explanations for anything that you claim.
I just
to
went
be
through a
true
whole fucking. I just went
on
through a
the
whole
rare
fucking theory that I
occasion-
proposed.
A
I just
whole
proposed
what?
a whole. I just proposed a whole theory on you.
A whole
And
what?
you're just a whole theory.
How many
on you. You're
strikes
too much
does
of an
this
idiot.
clown get?
A whole theory on you, and you don't even. You can't even rebut me.
Theory? It's a theory? Do you have any proof?
It's a theory.
Yeah, you have no evidence. You made this up. You're literally a psychopath that sits around attacking people you don't know with no
sounds like
evidence
you.
whatsoever.
No, that sounds like you, actually.
Wow. Okay.
It sounds like exactly what you do, and you're projecting right now.
All right.
That's all you do. You've never once produced a single
look at
piece of
you.
content.
You are literally a master of projection.
You're literally doing nothing on YouTube. Literally wasting your life on YouTube.
If anybody wants to talk about flat Earth, hop on. I'll be happy to talk about flat Earth.
This is about flat Earth. You have nothing to say. This is all about flat Earth, and you have nothing to say for the argument. You're truly useless. And you mean nothing, and your opinion means nothing because you have never produced a single original thought of your own, Curved Water. All you do is react. You're just here just to cause pain and hurt on people. It's disgusting, Curved Water. You should be ashamed of yourself, Curved Water. You're a disgusting person.
I don't see why like flat earthers should listen to people like Curved and Brenda when they don't understand how the world works. They don't even get that we're being lied to.
Yeah.
You know,
basics, just basics. Just basics. And this guy's just defending. He just defends it all. And he defends the gynocracy without even realizing that's what he's doing. Go on, sorry.
I think it's just a natural reaction for him because it's like the man is brainwashed. The modern man has become effeminate and brainwashed to basically let the masculized woman control him and shape. So the man will just do whatever for the woman. And I sort of blame women more so than men for the state of the world because, like, let's say women did something as simple as stopped having sex with men in the military, then the military wouldn't have troops, and that takes away power from the New World Order, you know? Like, that's a step that would actually affect change. Like, men aren't going to be able to really change things. Plus, women have the children. Like, I can't... If I go out and have a child with a woman, the woman's going to be like, I'm going to have him vaccinated, and I won't be able to, like, the judge won't care about my opinion. Like, the women usually get custody of the child because it's like everything goes in favor of women for the most part in our society now. And, like, the white man especially gets kind of crapped on in the media, like all the sitcoms, the father they portray as, like, the big dumb idiot. And the mother is always right, and she's always like doing things behind the father's back. Like the father make a decision, and the mom will go the opposite way in the sitcom behind the father's back, and she'll turn out to be right, and the father learns a lesson about being an idiot.
The female mindset is that of lying and deception and manipulation. That's how women operate. That's how they get everything that they get in their lives. It's all a smokescreen. It's all a lie. That's why women wear makeup. That's why women put on fronts. That's why women are worried so much with what society thinks of them. That's why women marry up and monkey branch into different men that have more money and divorce the man that they were with, because it's all about status. It's all about fitting in. It's all about collectivism. It's all about conformity. That's why women all dress the same. Sorry, Nathan, I accidentally slipped out a cuss word earlier, but I'll avoid that now. But that's what it is. And women don't produce anything. Women only parasite from what men produce and what men create. And it's just so fitting that Curved Water would be a person who does worship the globe, because he worships the pregnant belly and the gynocracy and the gold-plated vagina and all these things. And he doesn't even realize that he is the face of cuckery. Literally, he is the face of cuckery. And that's probably why he doesn't show his face.
We've been joined by Mark Taylor. Very pleased to have you here, Mark.
And all this applies to Mark Taylor as well. All this applies to Mark Taylor as well. Every word that I said just applies to Mark Taylor as well.
Oh, what does it like to be? I've got a golden vagina. Thank you very much. It's very nice.
Can you speak English, man? Can you speak English? I can't understand.
Okay, hold on. I'll talk language you can understand.
Speak English, Mark. Speak English.
Do you understand that, VD boy?
Yeah, you worship the globe.
Do I?
I expect nothing less from you
Would
as
it
a
be
glober.
true to say that you wouldn't be here without a woman, VD boy?
It's very true that I wouldn't be here without a woman. What does that
So
prove?
you owe everything you are to a woman, then?
Since when and how?
What?
How? See
Well,
how skewed your logic
Well,
is. See
no,
how
not really,
disgusting your
because
logic
your
is?
mum
See how
gave birth to you.
gynocentric-
You wouldn't be
see how
here without your mum,
gynocentric-
would you? Unless your mum. So your mum
so-
isn't a woman, then?
So you worship gold-plated vaginas, and the gold-plated vagina is
No,
God.
no,
Is that
not
what
at
you're
all.
saying?
I've never seen a
No,
gold-plated
that's what you just
vagina.
said. That's what you just
There
said.
again, I have to retract that. I'm talking to a vagina right now.
Oh yeah, that makes sense at all.
Yes. So
Why
you
would
owe
you-
everything
why would
you
you
are
use-
to your mum, then. And
So
she's
in
a
one
woman.
breath, you use
She's a
vagina
woman,
as a
VD boy,
so
isn't
you're
she?
using vagina as a purgative against me, but then you're also on the other
No.
side of the coin saying that vaginas
No, I
are so
just
magical
want to come
that
in and
no one
join
would
the
be here
victim
without them.
support group for you
See?
at Mars.
You see how you can't even make up your own mind, and you're immediately a hypocrite of yourself within 30 seconds of joining
What
a
did I
chat.
say
You
was
see how
hypocritical?
screwed you are?
What did I say that was
Because-
hypocritical?
Because you said that I would be nothing without a vagina, and then you called me a vagina as a purgative.
No, I didn't say that.
As a
No, I didn't
purgative.
say that, VD boy.
Yep.
I
I owe
said
everything I am
you'd
to
be
a mother.
nothing. You'd be nothing if it weren't for a woman.
What about the
Everything
man?
you
then?
are today is because
What about
your
the
mum
man?
gave birth to you, and she's a woman.
My dad fathered me. He doesn't count?
We're not talking about that. You're being derogatory towards women.
No, I'm
I'm
not.
saying that you owe
I'm
everything
being
you are
honest about
today
women.
to your mum. So
How
she's a
everything?
woman. So that
No,
just
I come from a 50-50
counters your
transaction.
argument about women straight away, VD
My
boy.
mother didn't impregnate herself with me.
Right.
So
Okay.
so you've been shut down on that angle. So on one side of the coin, you want to use vagina as a purgative against me, but on the other side of the coin, you want to say that no one would be here if it wasn't for the gold-plated magical vagina.
What,
So
your
you
mum
can't
got
even
a
make up your own
gold-plated
mind.
vaginal vagina then?
Every woman has a gold-plated vagina, according to
Right.
you.
No, I've never said
According
that
to
in
you.
my life, mate. You just said
Yeah, well,
that.
that's the
I
way
didn't
you
say
think
that.
and behave, though. Now that's the
Oh,
way you
thank
think
you
and
for
behave.
telling me how I think and behave, VD
You just
boy.
showed me. You just showed me how
That's
you
very clever of you, isn't it?
Yeah, you just showed me how you think. See how these Globers are just ridiculous people that don't even deserve any attention at all. You guys should literally just go away.
So why
should
are you
literally
here
go
then,
away.
VD boy? No, I
Because
like
I
mocking
contribute-
you.
I
I'm here to mock you.
Okay, so that's all you can do is react. You have no content. You're just like
I
curved water.
don't,
You have
why
no
do I need content? Well, the glow's my
Because
content. Reality
You're
is my
not saying
content.
anything. All you're doing is reacting. All you do is react. You never produce. You
React?
only
What do-
react.
what do
You're
you
just
do?
like a woman.
What do you do?
I constantly produce material.
What content do you do apart from
Look at-
come on
look at-
hangouts and say stupid stuff like the moon's unchangeable, man. The
No, I have
sky's
tons of videos.
unchangeable, man. You can't
I have
touch your
tons.
side. It's just not there, right? No, it's not there. It's not there. That's all you say, VD boy. So you've got no content. So
Yeah, I don't have content. Validation Boy
No.
channel has no content on
no,
it, right?
you don't. No.
Okay, so you just proved what a complete
You've
idiot.
already told everyone that you're not interested in the truth. You've already said that you're a dogmatist. You say you're not interested in the truth. Don't matter if you was took up in a spaceship and shown the Earth was a globe, you still wouldn't believe it was a globe. So
No, I
everyone,
would believe it's a
that
globe.
just
I would
tells
believe it's a globe.
everyone what kind
I
of
would
person
believe
you
it's a
are,
globe.
and that
I would
anything
believe
you
it's a
say
globe.
can be
So now
dismissed
you're
out of
crying.
hand.
You just want to talk over me.
Yeah,
So I would believe
just
it's
like
a
you
globe.
do, innit?
I would believe it's
Oh,
a
so you're
globe.
changing your position now then?
No, I would if I went up there, but no one's ever going up there, and neither are you. So that's why that's off the table. See how incompetent you are? You see how
Right.
utterly
So you've
incompetent
changed your
and useless and
position then.
reactionary and
So you're not a
incompetent you are?
dogmatist then?
No, I am a dogmatist because there's no
so
other
you are a
honest choice.
dogmatist.
Yeah, there's no other honest choice. You
Don't
want to
seem
lie
to be
to
able to
yourself.
make your mind up, VD boy.
No, I've made up my mind a long time ago, and you're trying to
Right.
throw monkey wrenches in something that you don't even know what you're talking about. And you're saying I don't
Right.
have any content on my channel, which I have tons of
Right.
content on my
So
channel.
if you went up and said
And-
it was a globe, then you believe it's a globe, then, yeah?
Yes.
Right. So
Quote
that
me.
you can't be a dogmatist, then, can you?
Soundbite that.
Right,
Yes, I
okay.
would believe it. Soundbite
Okay,
it.
so everyone's heard it now. VD boy's
Oh,
changed his position.
that would mean you'd have to actually create content on your channel, but you don't because you're a reactionary like a woman. That's all you do. It all makes sense now.
Why would I need
See how pathetic
content?
and useless you
Why
are?
would I need content? You're the one that wants to change reality, not me. I know it's a globe. I don't have to do anything. That's what I'm saying. I don't have to do. I could sit in hangouts and not say anything for 8 hours a day, and it'd still be a globe. So
Then what are you here for then? Just to sit
because
there
I told you
and
to mock you.
be in reality?
No, to mock you.
To mock me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
wise of you.
You specifically, VD boy.
That's a wise choice of your time, Mark Taylor.
Yeah, I know it's great.
Faceless mangina coward,
Oh,
bro.
faceless mangina coward. Ooh,
Yes, faceless
fuck it.
mangina coward.
Ooh.
Oh, don't cuss on Nathan's show.
Ooh, I haven't cussed.
You just said F.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. Rewind it.
Oh, what F did I say specifically then?
F-U-C-K is what you just said.
Well, I don't think I did. Maybe I did if I did.
You did, bro. You did. You lying idiot.
I'm a lying idiot now. Okay.
Yeah, you're in denial of your own lies. That you just literally said it, man.
Okay.
You're pathetic, man. This is how you globe operate. This is how you globers operate.
Okay.
You guys are complete waste of space, dude.
Okay.
You're pointless to even be on these debates. You don't even bring good stuff to counter flat Earth. You just
What
sit
do
there
you
and go,
bring, VD boy? What do you bring? You bring the moon's not there. I can see it, but it's not there because I can't touch it. Because I can't touch it. It's not there. It's not there, man.
You can't defeat the argument.
What do you mean defeat the argument?
You can't.
No
you still
argument
haven't.
to defeat.
In fact, because of my
There's
proposal,
no argument to defeat. Bring a man's argument, and then we
because
might
of
have
my
a discussion.
argument that I proposed
But not bring
now-
a child's argument. Oh, I can't see it. I touch it. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there. That's all you do, VD boy. Because you can't fucking have an argument, you make up childish reasons to fucking.
Strike two.
Come on, no
Strike
swearing,
three.
please.
Yeah, sorry, Nathan. Sorry.
Strike
I didn't
three.
mean to swear.
3 in a row.
3? What are you on about? I've heard 1.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
thought.
he just said 2 in the last 5 seconds. He just said it twice in 5 seconds. You didn't hear that?
Okay.
Oh.
I'm just
try
saying,
not
man.
to
These are the
swear.
globers that you get on here. Is people that just want to come on and cuss at people because they have nothing to offer.
Well, so you think he should let Globers on? Is that what you're saying?
Well, he should let authentic people on, not just little children like you that
Authentic.
just
So
want to cuss.
what class is authentic then?
Someone who has original thoughts and thinks for themselves.
What do you
and has
mean
a brain.
original? What do you mean original?
All you do is react. You have no.
What do you mean
thought.
original?
I want you to propose an idea.
Well, tell me what original is.
Propose an idea. That would be original. Propose any idea.
Propose
You have
an idea.
nothing. Propose any idea, Mark Taylor. You have nothing. You have nothing. Just
So
like
you're a
Kurt Warner, you have
closet.
nothing.
You're a closet shirt lifter.
I don't know what that means. So.
Well,
You're a
just
little
propose
stupid.
the argument. You don't know what the argument is, so I can't even discuss it with you. Can
Idiotic European slang of you dirty Europeans. I have nothing to do with that.
Dirty Europeans now, are we? Okay.
You are definitely.
Okay. So where was America founded by?
It doesn't matter. You might have
So
created it.
you've
We
got
refined it.
dirty Europeans in your bloodline then, haven't you?
Your people created it. Our
So
people
you've
refined
got
it.
Dirty Europeans in your bloodline then, VD boy.
No. The ones that we left behind are the dirty ones.
Oh,
We're
the
clean
ones you
that
left
came over here.
behind. Course.
Listen to yourself, man. Listen to you. You're just ridiculous, man. This is you're just exposing yourself. Just exposing yourself over and over and over.
Oh,
You have no idea. Propose another idea. Propose another idea.
I just didn't. You didn't even understand that argument.
I don't understand your disgusting slang.
Disgusting slang. Okay. Right. Maybe
Your
when you,
childlike.
maybe when you understand it, you can maybe come back with an argument. Sorry,
What are you speaking Dutch or something? It's
No, I'm
kind of like
speaking
English.
VD boy.
It's kind of like English, but it's more like
Talking VD boy.
You sound like a walrus. You sound like a walrus. So now you should be feeling good and humiliated.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop laughing. It's gone mute. Let's just get through this link. Oh, God, gotta get some composure before I go on camera. Right. Right, let's get it together. Shh, Paula, shh, I've got to get through this link. If you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Stop laughing. Stop it, you're putting me right off. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you'd like to support this channel, be sure to hit the super chat, and if you would like to join the debate, because it's extremely intellectual at the moment, hit the link below the video to join the debate and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There's only a couple of rules. Please don't swear. Oh, I'm going to give up. I can't do it.
Stay up to date with the flat Earth debate.
So my
Come on,
idea
everyone. Hit that
was
super chat.
actually rather interesting until you had to have these Europeans show up in here and just completely just.
Oh, Europeans. That's such a derogatory word.
No, I wasn't using that as derogatory. I'm just trying to describe,
Oh,
European guys come in here and then just ruin it.
What? Nathan's European, though.
No, I'm not trashing Europeans. Okay, how about instead of using Europeans?
You trashed them. You just said you've got these dirty Europeans coming in here when Nathan's a European. Do you realise what you're saying?
I said you're a dirty European, not Nathan.
Oh, okay. So Nathan. So what's the difference between me and Nathan? Considering we both live in the country.
Beauty Mark, I'm
Nathan,
really sorry.
Nathan
You're so much fun.
Nathan takes showers.
You just can't stop swearing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, boot him. He's ridiculous. That guy is a ridiculous waste of space, man. In fact, I did propose a rather intellectual theory, but Curve Water's too incompetent and too reactionary and too female-minded to actually answer the question. So until he can answer the questions, then, I mean, you might as well just boot him too. But you don't have to. Excuse me. I'm going to step aside for a minute.
I don't have any friends.
Did you just say you haven't got any friends, P?
Nobody likes me.
I like you, P.
People say I'm too mean.
Will you be my friend, P?
I don't want to let other people change who I am.
No, I think P's had a few to drink. I don't think he's on drugs. I said at the beginning of the show that he'd had a few drinks of whiskey. Calm down now. Should I try and attempt to do a link again? Or should I just leave that as my link? It wasn't. It was very unprofessional. It was hilarious. It's such a shame, Mark. I just wish these people would just control their swearing because Mark was hysterical. Been joined by non-schooling. Pleased to have you here.
Hey, how are you guys doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hoping you will bring some. What's the word?
Yeah, I figured with the way that was going, it wouldn't. I don't have much to lose coming in here. I don't know. I know I don't have too much to offer, but figured I'd give it a shot and see if maybe we can get this on some kind of decent course. Like I always say, I don't.
God bless you.
I don't really have a lot of answers, but I definitely have some questions, and I just want people to give me answers, and I don't even care if they're good answers at this point. I just appreciate when people are trying to give answers. And so I guess I'll jump right into it. We've always been told that the flex is its light comes as a reflection from, and just the other day, just yesterday, in fact, the sun was beginning to set. It hadn't really set yet, but it's still up, and the moon was up as well, and the moon was just about full. I don't know. Does that or does that not contradict the model we were told in schools? I honestly, I'm trying to conceptualize it, and sometimes the moon comes up in the daytime when the sun is still up, and sometimes it's. And so I just wonder, does that contradict the centric model if the moon is full and up during the day, and the sun is up as well? So that's my first question, and I don't even care who addresses it, but it doesn't make sense to me. And I guess another question, pretty much based out of hearsay, but I've had friends who lived in Alaska, and they claim that there's a time, it was like several month-long period that the sun is only gone down. It's only dark for like 4 hours. So how could that work? If maybe it's bull. I don't know. If really then up in Scandinavia, I've heard the same thing. Like the sun, there's a season that they have where the sun is up for a really long time, and then during the other part of the season, it's down. You know, it's like dark. It goes dark for 20 hours in a day. It's dark. You know, and I'm trying to understand that on a globe, and I just really like someone to explain that to me or tell me that I've got it all wrong, or I don't care what the answer is. I just, these are things I've heard, and I'd like to understand it. But I don't really create a lot of content. I'm not at the point. I feel like I'm late to the party here. Everyone's like, oh, we've been arguing this stuff for years now, and so it's like I guess I'm a little late to the party, and the globe really, I needed to make more sense if I'm really expected to go back and really embrace it and be like, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Well, I need people who can actually make sense of it.
Curved, you there? I don't I don't really understand that stuff you're asking about. I think it's kind of weird that the sun and the moon are the same angular size in the sky. I think that's odd.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm eating. I went to go get something to eat and make it. I was going to wait till after the debate was over, but I decided to go fix myself some dinner earlier, and I'm eating
did you
it
hear
now.
Did you hear the question the guy asked?
I heard a couple questions from him. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really answer those. I don't know. I don't really understand how the orbits, the phases of the moon work and everything.
I'll just say it again. I'd really like someone to explain to me how I see a full moon. I saw it just yesterday, almost full. It wasn't completely full, but like I don't know. If the light is coming from the sun, it's a reflection. I mean, I was told that when I was really young, and we've all been told that anyway. So like, I see a full moon, practically full moon. It's not quite full. I'm actually looking for it right now. I'm looking for it today because I did it yesterday, and I think about an hour here, I'm going to see it. And so, a full moon when the sun is up. I mean, it just I don't understand that, and I'd like someone to explain that, and I'm not here to argue. I'm just here to try to get an answer. And I don't know, like I've heard people make flat earthers eat a lot of crow on the whole, like oh well, the stars prove this and the stars prove that. The southern celestial pole. Several people now say, oh well, that proved it to me. That pulled me back. And it's like, well, these flat earthers are saying, well, that doesn't have to prove. It's like, and other people say, well, that does prove. And so, I don't know. It's just like, well, I'm looking at the sky now, and I'm curious for someone to explain how we can have a full moon in the daytime.
When's the actual full moon?
I'm not sure. It's got to be coming up in a day here, a day or two, because yesterday was almost full, and it's got to be coming up pretty close.
Is there any way you could maybe describe what is it about this that you don't get, so I don't answer a bunch of things you're not asking?
I think he doesn't get how the light can hit the moon. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. If like basically, earlier in the month, you know, the moon comes up and it's at a certain phase, and then now it's fully lit and the sun is still, you know, like just basically, I don't know, it's if the sun is shining on it, you know, and it's day or night, you know, and like I just don't understand how the phases work really. They don't seem to make sense. You know, sometimes it's a full moon during the day and the sun is up. I've seen, you know, just a sliver or whatever, you know, the piece when it's completely waning and it's beginning to wax again. Anyway, I know it's kind of a vague question, but I hope we can make some sense of it. I don't know. I just want to hear someone talk about it.
Okay. Well, you realize, of course, you're going to get an answer from me from the, you know, heliocentric model and all that kind of stuff. If that's okay with you, I'll proceed.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you're not open to that, I'll withhold it.
No, I'm open. I'm happy for any answer I can get. You know, I'm not here to like reject answers or argue. I want to just listen. Is what I want to do.
All right. See, do you know what a new moon is?
Yeah, new moon. That's when it's beginning to wax. Is that correct?
Well, yeah. When you basically, it's the side that faces us is not illuminated by the sun. The far side is illuminated. We don't see illumination of the moon during that.
That's the new moon. The new moon is when it's dark, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically two-dimensionally. It's going to be basically in line with the sun. In 3 dimensions, it's not quite in line. If it were in line in 3 dimensions, then you'd be looking at an eclipse. So it's kind of like the same thing as the eclipse when it passes in front of the sun, except it's not in line from your viewpoint. So you still see the sun, but the side of the moon that you see is not illuminated. Now, as it begins to, you know, as it continues to move in its orbit, you're only going to see a little sliver of it illuminated. And as it continues around, more and more of the illumination strikes the side that faces us. When you have the first quarter moon, that is basically when you could look at the moon's about in a 90-degree angle from the Earth to the moon and Earth to the sun would form about a 90-degree angle, right angle there. So we see half of the illuminated side, which gives us quarter refers to the phase because it's like the first quarter of the cycle. First quarter and third quarters, you might some people refer to it as a half moon when the terminator is basically vertical or, you know, running straight up and down the center of the side of the moon that we can see, half illuminated, half not from our vantage point. As it moves around farther, more and more the moon is, you know, still illuminated till it gets to the point where we can basically see all of it illuminated. Full moon, an actual, you know, the Earth is in the big scale of things here, the Earth is rather small. It's you can see the moon illuminated almost fully, sure, with the sun in the sky. The hardest thing is trying to explain to somebody like an eclipse, that a lunar eclipse, where you can see sun and moon in the sky at the same time, and you get into refraction and things like that, and it's only visible from a very small portion of the planet when that occurs. But I mean, linearly, I'm not really sure what the shortcoming is here, or what it is that you don't get about it if you picture the Earth, the globe, almost in line with the sun and moon, but you can see both, and the moon's not quite at full phase. But, you know, even when the sun and moon are 180 degrees in opposition from the Earth, it's the moon's orbit still has it going above and below the Earth. So there's still direct line of sight from the sun to the moon. A lot of people reject this out of hand because either it's too difficult for them, or I don't know, they have an agenda. They have other things that they want to try to promote. But as of yet, or at this far in it, am I getting anywhere with you, clearing anything up? What else do you, where are you?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what you're trying to say, and it kind of makes sense. I'm not sure, you know, it's just it's something about how the sun, if it was hitting, I don't know, you know, I guess if it's big enough, you know, the sun, you know, maybe the angles work. I just wanted to hear you talk about it, and I need to see some diagrams. I need to see some modeling of it, you know. So you know, I can't expect you to really clear it up by trying to describe it. But you know, I appreciate I appreciate what you had to say about it. And
there's plenty of diagrams out there. There's all kinds of information if you're looking that, you know, is easily accessible. So yeah, if you do want to look into it, it's there.
If you want to indoctrinate yourself with garbage, it's right there for you, man.
There you go. Explanations are indoctrination now.
Well,
Models,
your little
conceptualization of things is indoctrination.
well,
Just
cartoons
trying to understand how something could appear this way is indoctrination.
In a cartoon, yeah, cartoons aren't reality. So you can use your cartoons all day, Curvewater. Your little cartoons, your little 5-year-old brain.
Nobody said anything about cartoons. Maybe
That's
you
what
need to grow
that's
up a
what
little bit and quit thinking about graphics and, you know,
graphics,
information as
drawing
cartoons.
on paper or in a computer
Sure.
are not reality. They're not physical reality. But you
Well,
like to think that they are. You pretend that they
some
are.
people need that help in order to be able to visualize
To
it.
lie to them, to lie to themselves. Yeah, they do
conceptualize.
need that. Yeah, to conceptual lie to themselves. Okay.
All right. So
You're talking about a drawing being
if
reality.
non-schooling has any other questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them for them.
It'd be foolish for him to ask you any questions about reality because you like to use cartoons to explain reality. Typical glober. Typical gynocentric globe worshipping, pregnant belly earth ball worshiper. And on top of that, Curve, when are you going to get it through your thick skull that the sun and the moon are not things that have ever been touched by human beings? And Al-K. Who even is Al-K? Does he even count? Just because he appeared on Jed's show. I've never seen Al-K anywhere else. Maybe he has appeared somewhere else, but I don't know.
Yep.
Can you cite me a source that states that tangibility is a requirement for existence?
No, I never said that the sun and moon don't exist. I never said that. You guys love to put those words in my mouth because you can't do anything else but, you know, try to cheap shot me and sideswipe me.
Then what's your argument? What's the point
argument
of intangible? What's the point?
The point of it is that
Or they exist or they don't.
You're going to let me answer?
Maybe.
Okay, tangibility is not equivalent to existence. They're not the same thing.
Correct. Things can exist without being tangible. Tangible just means perceptible by touch. That's it.
Okay, so when is the last time you touched the moon or the sun?
Don't need to. When's the last time you touched a radio wave?
You just said,
boy.
I'm touching radio waves right now.
You cannot perceive them by touch.
They're being
perceive them by touch. Think
but
about that.
They can be perceived.
I want to see smoke coming out of your ears to show that you're really thinking about this, because this is going to fry your brain.
This is not fry my brain. I've already destroyed you on this argument.
You haven't. You can claim that. You do all your victory dances. You probably already got a card printed up that says I won or you lose or whatever, like you do.
Oh, you remember. You're a fan. You're a fan. You remember.
No, I'm not a fan.
You are a fan and you remember. That's so sweet of you, Curvewater. You're a sweet little boy. You remember. So precious. So precious.
So how do you perceive radio waves by touch validation, boy?
You don't. You perceive them when you hit them when they
So what's your point? So what's your point? You don't perceive them by touch.
Okay, so when's the last time you touched the moon or the sun?
What did you just say about a receiver? Are you denying that radio waves exist?
Nope, they're inside the tangible realm of our existence, unlike the sun and the moon.
Inside the tangible realm. Can you perceive them by touch? Which
Nope,
is your
you cannot.
argument against the sun.
You cannot perceive the sun or the moon by touch. That doesn't mean that things that are in the physical realm that we can perceive here by different means.
Yeah, you're not going
the
to
same thing as
touch it because you can't get to it from Earth to reach out.
You can affect. You can put lead between a radio signal and where it's intended to receive.
You can do you can do the same thing with the sun. You can do the same thing with the sun.
No, you can do that with the sun's
waves. Will crush.
You can do that with the sun's rays. Nope. You can do that with the sun.
Position about the sun being intangible.
Nope. You can do that with the sun's alleged rays. Alleged rays of the sun.
Deny it all you want. Alleged rays. Alleged rays.
The rays of the sun are not the sun itself. Do you think they are?
The radio waves are not anything other than radio waves.
Radio waves are something that we can affect, something we can touch. The sun is not something we can affect or touch.
It doesn't. That doesn't affect whether it's real or not.
It affects everything. It affects everything.
And you guys whether it's real or not.
Your moon. You guys act like your sun and your moon.
Radio waves are not tangible.
Yes, they are quite tangible.
You could make the argument that the sun's rays are tangible, but you can't do that for radio waves. But you can't do that for radio waves. No, you cannot. You cannot perceive radio waves by touch. You cannot. Come on, psycho. Go ahead. Back up that claim. You said yes, you can. So do it. Do it. Come on. Is that a little bit of smoke? Nope. You're not thinking about it. You're not even thinking about it.
Curve, you're like a 5-year-old.
Perceive radio waves by touch, validation boy.
That's not the issue at hand.
That is exactly the issue at hand. Perceive radio waves by touch, validation.
That is 100% red herring, and you know it.
Being imperceptible is not invalidation. You are invalidation.
They are perceptible.
Yourself, boy.
Radio waves are perceptible, you old fool. You pathetic, overweight old fool. Yeah.
Overweight.
If that's what you want to go to, then we'll just go there.
That's funny.
You want to sink that low, then we'll sink that low. You want to go there, then I'll have to go there with you.
It's funny that your fat ass is referred to me as overweight. That's funny.
I'm a big fat fuck, just like you, right, Martin or Curvewater? I'm so fucking fat, bro. Look how fat I am, bro. Yeah, I'm so fucking fat. I'm such a big.
You are. Look at that big bulbous head. Denying the globe.
Well, I'll do a nice opportunity to do some links, I think, with the ejection of Validation Boy. So if you are new to this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a link to Super Chat that runs alongside the show while it is live. And most importantly, if you would like to join the debate to express your views on the shape of the Earth, simply mute the page you are currently watching and click on the link in the info box below this video. There are only a couple of rules in the Hangout. Number one, in case you hadn't figured it out, please do not swear. If you do, you will be ejected. If you are ejected, please do not try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You will be warmly welcome back on the next stream. If you've not done so already, please share the show on Facebook, Skype and Twitter. And with that, I'll pass you back to the silence, perhaps. We shall see.
Well, now that we have an opportunity to have an actual discussion, maybe somebody will engage.
It's a pity. He could have, there's no rules here. He could have ranted at you indefinitely if he just didn't swear. Oh well. Maybe next time.
And non-school, you brought up another point. Oh, I'm getting a lot of echo from you, dude.
Oh?
Yeah, do you have headphones on? Or?
I do.
I wonder how it's echoing back through. Nathan, any ideas?
Just try and keep yourself on mute, not non-school.
Just try and keep yourself on mute, not non-school.
All right, is that better?
Let's see.
Am I still?
Nope.
Am I not echoing?
No, it's echoing.
It's 100 times worse.
Okay.
I think he'll just be vigilant with the mute button curved, so you go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna.
How about now? Still echoing?
Oh, let's see. No, it's
hello.
It's good.
Perfect.
Better now?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can you hear? Can you hear us?
Okay.
Okay.
I can kind of hear you guys. It's a little quiet. Hold on.
All right, still echoing?
Check.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, this is what we'll do. I won't talk while your mic is open. So just mute when you're done talking, and then I'll answer, and then I'll mute, and so we'll do it that way for now anyway. I heard you talking earlier, and I did forget your second question. There was something, I don't even remember what it was.
Okay. Yeah, just like I don't know. I don't live in Alaska or anything, but I met some folks who did live there, and they say that there's a time like over a month long where the sun is going to be up for like 20 hours a day, and they only get like 4 hours of darkness. And I don't know. I was just trying to conceptually, trying to visualize that, and it seems like that's an awful lot of sun for one area to be getting at the top of the globe. So like I don't know, just when I see the models of it going round and round, and the wobble, I don't see how, like maybe like a week or like a day, like a couple days, like how could it be so? How could they get 20 hours of sun, for like a month straight? I don't know, unless I'm mistaken, and if I am, that's fine. I'm not here to. I'm just here with questions, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't have an ego about it. So I hope that question does something. I don't know. You tell me.
Hopefully we'll get an answer in a moment. I just want to do a quick introduction to I can't see with this light on my screen. Is it Agriculture's Power? Have I said that correct? You can correct me. You've just popped yourself on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Is there an echo?
Nope, everything's hunky-dory.
All right, thank you.
Good to have you here.
It's good to be here. I'm kind of new to this whole flat Earth phenomenon. What was the subject before I just come in?
Well, we've got a question that's on the table for Curved, which is about to answer, but you'll pick it up with the answer, hopefully.
Okay. Basically, non-schooling. The answer to the question actually is the globe. It has to do with the position of the sun, how the sun lights, basically illuminates about half of the globe with refraction and stuff. You get a little bit more than that, but now keep in mind you have different things regarding sunset, various forms of twilight. So depending on what you're calling 4 hours of darkness or whatever, in between sunlight, that's all going to be affected by, the time of the year, your latitude on the globe. If you were to look at a globe, you could probably see how this could work, where if you have a big distant light source illuminating half of the globe as you rotate it, it'd be a good idea if you could have a way to conceptualize or mark out the great circle that would be the terminator, roughly, around that globe, to see how much of it would be illuminated at any one time, based upon the latitude of the sun. Or if you could do a demonstration for yourself with, a big light source and, an otherwise dark room, to get the basic gist of how like half of it is illuminated, and look at it. Another thing you can do, this phenomenon that does occur up in the north, you'll notice, without even going to Antarctica, pick cities at similar latitude in the southern hemisphere, and look at the data for those cities, or for that city or multiple cities, and compare latitude for latitude, north and south, and see how what you have is basically the mirror opposite in the southern hemisphere. That's also a remarkably huge clue as to how this all works, and a big evidence of the globe that the model does work. I'll end it with that.
All right, thanks for your answer. Yeah, not too much more to say here. I guess I'll just say that not a question, but I'll say this. I saw a really interesting video on the channel Taboo Conspiracy, and it's got like I don't know, it's kind of got some footage of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking, and he says some really interesting stuff, and then it goes on to have this fellow and the lady with him. They were doing a test over about 7.5 miles of water, and it's really interesting. So I don't know. I just would like I'd like some people to check that out because it looked really interesting. How they would they had some lights and they kept turning the light on and off, and it was just really interesting how flat it appeared. And I don't know. I just it's really interesting, and I'll just leave it at that.
Was it originally done by Dr. Zach?
No, I think it was original.
I saw that. Okay, well, I think I saw that.
I think it was original too.
I think I saw that. You got that repeating.
Yeah, we've
going
got
on.
really bad echo. If I can just intro the two new guests, just so we've got them leveled up and stuff, and then hopefully we'll come back to you non-schooling. Sorry about this. If I can just say a quick hi to Cathexis as he joined first.
Good day, sir.
Hey, I've got you at max. You're a little bit quiet, but I've maxed you out. Don't worry about it. And then if
it should be fine.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. And then if I can say a quick hi to They Lie Ohio as well.
Hey Nathan, how you doing?
Very well indeed. And at some stage, I will let you present your photographs and video or whatever it is that you have to present. I know you're waiting to do that, so I'm aware. But yeah, brilliant.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for being here, both of you.
No, nice. Yeah, man. I just want to jump in. You said that you saw a 7 mile. You saw a 7 mile test.
Sorry, Cathexis, before you do, we've just had another person, just so I get it out of the way. We've also been joined by Tony. How you doing, Tony?
I'm a real boy. I'm here.
Hey, man.
I'm real.
Thanks, Tony.
Hello,
so,
Tony.
Hey, what's up, man?
Agriculture.
So you said you saw
and
a
Alex
laser
French
test
as well.
over
Sorry,
about
Cathexis,
a 7
really
mile.
Sorry. We've also got Alex.
What?
Sorry,
I
Cat Earth just
I joined with comedic timing.
How you doing, Cat Earth?
I'm doing good, man.
What's
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cathexis. If someone else joins, I promise I won't interrupt you this time.
It's the third time, so it'll be fine.
Sorry.
Hey, Cathexis.
Yeah, man. What's up?
I've seen the video. I can try to describe it briefly.
Well, allow me to speak on it real quick. That was the point.
But you were asking what video it was.
No, I was just wanted to verify what he was talking about. 7 mile laser test video.
Oh, speak on the point. My bad.
Well, looking at this, and I've been doing the research for all this for years now. Something I found, especially with these laser tests that go more than 3 miles, due to the nature of how light bends, what's happening is it looks straight. But if you have to pay very close attention, you have to be able to look at it from multiple angles. You will see that the Earth, it actually follows the concavity of the Earth. So from your position, it's actually going, and this is a trick of the light, and this is where people get really messed up with this, right? So you're looking out, you see a level horizon, looks flat, smells flat, everybody thinks that's what it is. And then you've got a bunch of people over here telling you it's a globe, but you see they've inverted the truth, okay? The truth of the matter is that it's actually curving upwards, not down convexically. It's actually going upwards, and it's just the way light bends. We live on the inside of a sphere, not the outside. The flat Earth is a total psyop, meant and put here to disrupt the true progression of the concave Earth. So you guys need to wake up right now.
We've been joined by Lord Stephen Cathexis.
You concave Earth now.
Are you trolling us, Cathex?
For real, man.
Listen, no, I just read this book. It's called The Cellular Cosmogony. No. It fit in a lot of pieces. I've been doing this for 3 years, and I find the cellular cosmogony, which this is where LSC got his idea from. And I sat down and read it. It's created by a geodetic surveyor, actually, in the late 1800s, early 1900s.
So
and the explanation is quite clear.
Is it Cyrus Teed?
Well, yeah, he goes by Koresh. You know. But yeah, Cyrus Teed. I went down to his park down here. They have his park named after him. The U.S. government institutionalized the park in Estero about concave Earth because they're hiding it. That's the secret.
So all the
They've
sound
inverted
stuff where it's like curving over and we're seeing all this curve.
Just it's visual tricks. Light's bending, dude. And you see, there's another one called the Tamarack Mine Experiment. Everybody's got to look this up. So they dropped these plumb lines down these deep mine holes, and it just went. I think it was a couple hundred feet. And these mine shaft or these shafts were good. I don't know, about a mile, 2 miles apart. And instead of converging as what you would expect on a convex sphere, they diverged, demonstrating an actual concavity to whatever we're standing on.
How far were the holes again?
Let me check real quick. I thought I had it pulled up.
Because they would have to be like...
This is actually a pretty well-known thing, the Tamarack Mine.
And they would have to be like so deep and far apart.
2 years of me researching flat Earth, and now all of a sudden, crazy wacko Lord Stephen Christ is right.
He's been right all along, man.
You're trolling. You're trolling, Cathexis. Cathexis is trolling.
This is amazing information. Look, this is by an educational source too, ihup.edu, explaining the Tamarack Mine situation. Yeah, let me pull this up. Plumb line experiment. Here it is. Proves concave.
How did they measure the convergence or divergence? Whichever way.
Well, the mines had super secret sensitive sound wave mechanisms on them that would read each other.
No. They probably used like an arc second, arc minute, variation at the very top of it, similar to how
that's not
theodolite. It's very well known how to do this stuff.
That's not even a thing with theodolites. They were viewing down the mine shaft with the theodolite.
No. I'm saying a mechanism similar to that. Now, I'm trying to find how far. Here it is. Fraggle
Rock. Hey, Fraggle Rock would pretty much prove concave Earth too.
No, that was closer to Fraggle Rock.
Listen, guys. I know. Look, don't troll me, okay?
I know
this seems absolute.
Just got to get this clear. Fraggle Rock is closer to Hollow Earth, not concave Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the Hollow Earth. That's true. So yeah, it's just look. It's something you have to take into account. I'll post the link here for the Tamarack Mine.
That was a good call, though, Nathan. Good job.
Yeah, right. The Hollow Earth.
That was a good call.
You see, the Hollow Earth is where this originated from. A lot of people thought, but you see, it's the other way around. We're on the inside. We're already in the Hollow Earth. So
it's kind of like going from dodos to Paul McCartney to transcendental masturbation, isn't it? It's
the trifecta.
Okay. So let's see here.
The true trilogy. The true trilogy.
Here we go. In the fall of 1901, J.B. Watson, chief engineer of Tamarack Copper Mine in Michigan, suspended 4,250 foot-long plumb lines down mine shafts. Measurements showed that the plumb lines were further apart at the bottom than at the top, contrary to the expectations had. That's an understatement concerning this. A hanging plumb line is at a precise right angle from the horizontal and shows a builder the true vertical from the place who wants to build a wall. It goes in here. Here's the full explanation of it, and they have no idea why.
Right,
I think
it'd
be better to do the plumb lines.
Right?
I think it'd be better to do the plumb.
I'll raise you a set of Cavendish balls.
Well, the Cavendish is obviously it's more balls down on.
I think it'd be better if it'd be more. I don't know. The experiment would work better if it were on the ocean or on a lake, and then drop the plumb lines in the water. Because who knows if they were in a valley that was curving up or what?
Well, here let me link it real quick. I don't know why.
Trying to find still water would be virtually impossible.
Hey, Kath, have you watched videos on this or something, or besides the book, or what's going on?
Just the book and LSC. He goes a little too wacky with it, so I like.
Is this where LSC's getting his information? Do you think?
Oh yeah.
The books. Oh, absolutely. He admits to it actually too. I talked to him a while back about Cyrus Teed because I live down near that park, and I've talked to him on a couple of occasions, and he said that he got actually the what was it called, the Force the Line experiment that he did out in the desert or something like 2 years ago.
The
rectilineator. The rectilineator. That was his experiment, the Koresh or Cyrus Teed's experiment, and they actually at the park they have a couple panels down there of some of the original panels that were used. So what he declared was Cyrus Teed was a fraud because he couldn't duplicate the. I appreciate
his experiment failed. You're saying LSC's failed, right?
LSC's did. LSC's, yeah. And so he declared him to be a fraud because he couldn't get the experiment to work. He said it was just over sensationalized or whatever. So I don't know. What
does LSC base his proofs on then? If he's claiming he was a fraud.
He's saying that the experiment was a fraud because he couldn't do it. He might have been able to do it if he had more money and more time and more, actual. Like, I talked to him about that too, and he said that he could have, but he was just like, no, I don't think it's possible. And these guys were probably conceptually it's good, but when it's on the ground, you can't do it. This kind of thing, right? But anyways, the other things that he based it off of is the true nature of light and the way it bends. And you could see this with plenty of laser tests where it's kind of swooping up over a lake, and then also Tamarack Mines. Mega cryometeors, guys. Those things will fall out of the sky and just fuck you up because it's ice, like stuck to
no swearing, please.
The big ball in the sky.
No swearing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's ice stuck to the big glass ball in the sky.
For people interested in following the work of Lord Stephen Christ, Fanny Lancer has an excellent, darn near documentary work on.
He does
of LSD.
He also has a great Nathan Oakley video. Just saying, it is pretty good. Even Nathan has done it.
Yeah, LSC starring in Gay Watch. Just look for that.
Yeah, shout out to Fanny Lancer. Shout out to Shill Spotter and definitely Ed. We got some good trolls in the house.
Hey, can I just say that it's really nice that we don't have to drive from Chicago to Chile in this hangout. It's really nice.
Thank God.
David is my favorite cast member. I'll tell you what, man. He really
now I know you're trolling us.
Still one gap.
Well, he's my favorite cast member.
There's still one gap.
I know he hired him. Right, Nathan?
I think David's awesome.
Did you hire Nathan?
He definitely hired him. Where did you find him, Nathan?
I had to go to his channel to see if the dude was real.
Did you see?
He's real.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video where he's like explaining to the camera his dog's in the car and he's explaining about how he's driving?
Yeah,
and he takes the thing down. The dog looks at him like it's the biggest retard ever.
No, exactly. That's messed up.
The dog's looking at him like, what the fuck?
Dude, that was. I thought he would. I really thought it was Emmerich. I'm not gonna lie. For like a week, I thought it was Emmerich, and I was like, "Oh, I hope it is," because that's one of the most pros trolls I think I've ever heard.
I think the guy's serious though. I really think
he is serious, guys. He is.
Right, and I almost feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he just really enjoyed the 60s. The 60s were really great for him.
I think Curve. Curve can hold composure most of the time. But Lewis Hackett just kind of lost it on him last night. Or
Oh, that
yesterday.
shit was hilarious. Have you seen the remix?
I haven't seen it.
You shouldn't feel sorry for people. You should believe in them.
I'm not going to believe in him.
The remix was so great.
I believe in you, Dave.
Yeah,
I believe in Dave. He's my favorite
Dave.
cast member.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
He really is.
Except for
he asked, but it's just like pause, rewind, replay. He just replays and repeats everything he's heard the day before, and then curve, and then you guys just got to repeat the answers.
Well, how's the post office work on a globe Earth?
Yeah.
He's a geodetic.
That's pretty good. I like that.
He's a geodetic truck driver on a mission from God. I respect it.
Hey man, it's truck Earth, okay? You can't get up higher than 100 miles. Telling you.
Dave sure he's getting it done. He's getting it done.
Actually, I'm really David, guys. Just to let you know.
Gonna make her happy.
Is the gentleman here that was asking about the moon footage or the moon?
Yeah, actually, I had a quick question for him too. By all means, go ahead though. He's right here.
Well, I'm on my phone. I can't present. I was hoping Nathan would present a video on my channel that I made.
Let me quickly ask a question though. When you mentioned how the sun and moon being up in the sky at the same time, how you didn't quite understand the geometry of that. You do know and forgive me, I'm not trying to sound demeaning. I'm just curious where you stand with your knowledge base. The shadows on the phases of the moon, you do realize it's not Earth's shadow, but it is simply the angle from the sun to the moon.
See, that's what I think Curved was just telling me it was the shadow.
No, he didn't.
No. That's for an eclipse only.
Yeah,
an eclipse.
The only time the Earth shadows the moon is during eclipse. That's
if you believe in those kind of things. But
I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to present the information I have found out through personal tests myself. Because I've owned a telescope and I've stared at the moon for years, and what science is telling us fits as of right now. And if you want, here is a quick experiment you could do for yourself. In a daylight moon, if you take a basketball or a styrofoam ball works perfect. Go outside, hold it up in the air, and the shadow on the styrofoam ball will match the shadow on the moon perfectly, because it's the way the sun.
Yeah, but the moon's intangible.
Well, the styrofoam ball isn't. So if you hold it up, the shadow will match exactly what the ball on Earth is doing also.
Yeah, it's about the geometry from the angle of the sun and how it's hitting the moon. That's what causes the phases. It takes 28 days for it.
Right.
Sorry, go on.
Non-schooling, I have to ask, what did I say that made you say that you thought I was saying the shadow is caused by the Earth?
I knew you wouldn't like that, Curve.
I need to know.
No, Curve. That's what Curve thinks. I know for a fact. That's what he thinks, guys.
How did you know that to that conclusion based on what I
now
said?
That I know Curve thinks that.
Way to go, Curve.
Styrofoam ball is a microcosm, and the moon is the macrocosm.
All right, non-schooling right now.
Good answer.
Which video did you want, Daylight?
It's called How the Moon Works.
How the Moon Works. Okay, give me 30 seconds.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I bet I know what.
Oh, Curved, I must have been mistaken. I don't know, man. I thought that's something in there. Maybe you were talking about the eclipses, like they just said. Maybe I can't recall. I could look at the video again and understood what you said better. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. I was just wondering. I'm trying to figure out what I said that I need to not say again, maybe because. Yeah, I don't want it ever to be said that I think that the phases of the moon are caused by the shadow of the Earth.
And yeah, and be honest with you, it is a very common conceptualization. I mean, seriously, I've talked to so many people on all sides of this, and it's just if you never thought about this stuff before and you start, it's just an easy thing to think that it's the shadow, but it's definitely the angle to the sun. So it can be up during the day. It could be both in the same sky, directly apart. You'll have a full moon at that point. But even if it's a crescent and just slightly away from it, it's just due to the angle that it's there. So there really is no issues. Like Ohio said, it is extremely the heliocentric model is great. it works. You can go open up Stellarium and you can find out anything you want about the sky.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'd have an eclipse every night. Hey, let's go look at the eclipse.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be special anymore.
Are you saying we don't have an eclipse every night?
Like, we do.
God.
Not
God.
everybody.
Are you
Not
going?
everybody. Not
don't
everybody.
go full Riley. Don't go full Riley on
us.
us.
1,000 pounds on this.
Soon as he said that, I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Talking to Riley, did you see?
Maybe I trolled a little bit.
Curved. Riley's pretty much put in your chat what Jaren said about it, and yeah, he's kind of gone back on what he's saying now.
How do they see?
Here you go.
Quarter moon,
video time.
half moon, or partially lit moon during the daytime? I'm going to show you how science claims the moon works. I would like to tell you now that the Earth does not shadow the moon. That's not why we're seeing half the moon shadowed or a quarter of the moon shadowed. It's the way that the moon travels around the sun. I will show you that now. The camera is Earth. You are looking at the moon from Earth. So the moon starts its spin. Notice the light on the moon. See it? You have a quarter moon. You're cruising. You got a half moon. Cruising. Now you have a full moon. That's what we see. And then the waning moon starts. It comes around. Notice the shadow on the right side. It comes around, and now it's starting to shadow over there. Comes around. Half moon. We get all the way back down around to the new moon, and we can't see it because of the sun. That's how it works. There it is, quarter, half.
This is just a theory.
Can you prove that ball went in front of the light and not behind the light?
All I believe in now is closet Earth.
Half.
Listen, I'm sorry. I know I was speaking like I'm speaking to 5-year-olds, but you just have to sometimes, man.
And I just want to note that this all works very well, of course, with the heliocentric theory. It doesn't work with the flat Earth, but a concave Earth explains it extraordinarily well. Actually, just the same. It's just inverted.
Can I just ask a quick question about this video we just saw? So, in order to model what we're being told anyway, is wouldn't you also have to be walking around the light source? Because isn't the Earth going around the sun? Because I see you.
No.
Turning. I see you turning round and round.
That's right, so because the moon circles us, not the sun. So the Earth and the moon.
I think technically it does circle the sun. Someone was telling me. Flat Earth math.
Correct. Yeah. Hold on. It does. Please let me finish. The moon and Earth travel together. The moon stays in sync with the Earth at all times. So when we go around the sun, the moon follows us wherever we go. At that point in time in that video, the camera was Earth, and the Earth was turning, and the moon was staying with us the whole way. That's exactly how it works.
Let me ask it this way then. So if that was an entire moon phase of about a month, you need to like move about a 1/12 of a circumference around, because in that time of the moon phase, wouldn't it have gone 1/12 of the way around the sun? Because in a year, you're back into the same spot around the sun. I don't know. I'm just trying to understand your video, and it seems like you should have moved around the light source at least a little bit.
You're correct, but I couldn't move my wall, or I was in a bathroom. So I was just giving you the example that the moon always stays with the Earth, and it turns around with us. As we spin, the moon spins, but it doesn't keep the same speed. So the light that's hitting Earth is also the light that's hitting the moon, same time, at all the time. But as the Earth turns in a 24-hour period, we lose the side of the moon. And other people are seeing it the way we saw it 24 hours ago or 10 hours ago. Or if I know that's hard to understand. It took me forever to get this, but I finally got it.
Can I ask Cathexis, if it's concave, how does the moon go behind us?
I'd like to ask Cathexis that too.
Go behind us?
Well, because
Why
you
would it
said
be going behind
said
us?
this. Well, because you said this fits perfectly with concave. And
Well, yes, it's
this
essentially
model, the moon goes
inverted.
behind us, so we're in between the moon and the sun, right?
It's essentially just inverted. And so what you have is this celestial sphere that exists in the middle. And so as the moon moves away from you, just as the sun would, it appears to us that it's setting, but that's just because of how light bends. It's very hard to conceptualize at first, but if you can see some animations.
No, I know the animation, so I know the model, because I get that the stars kind of work, I guess, but I don't get why they appear to be domed around us rather than.
Well, that's just it's just the way our eyes work. This is something that a lot of people miss, is that we see in the spherical kind of perception around us, right? So if you're standing on a beach and nothing around, we see almost like a sphere of perception around us for X amount of miles. And this includes all the way up. Almost imagine a dome. In astronomy, they call it the local sky. So when we're seeing something with and of course the light bending in the nature that it does, as we're not moving, by the way, okay, we're not moving. It's the celestial sphere. As this begins, to spin away from us, it gives us the impression, by the nature of all of those variables, that it's on a level horizon and it's going down. And I know it's counterintuitive, but this is how they've inverted everything on us. They've completely tricked us.
Well, the thing is, I do get it. In fact, I've always kind of understood it, because I get that the stars can be a lot closer on the concave model than they could ever, they could pretend like it works on a flat model.
They are. Everything's much closer.
I get that it works on a concave like that, but it's the moon one now that's actually thrown a wrench in it a little bit for me. Not that I believed in concave anyway, but I'm just saying that's kind of thrown a wrench in for the what we see above the moon. Like, I don't really get how the moon can be fully illuminated and we can see it if it's all up, in a little ball above us.
It's another aspect.
We've been joined by
Shill
Shill Scanner. Can I just say a quick hello to Shill Scanner, please?
I am a real American. Fight for the right of every man. What's up, guys? What's up, buddies?
Up, hey, bro.
What is up, buddies?
Shout out to Shill Scanner.
Yeah.
What's up, man? This is my Russian handler, everyone.
What is up, my friends?
He's come to tell you sharp about the concave Earth, Gaff. What is going on?
You need to use the rectal lineator to find out if it's concave or not,
Well, I do plan on doing this eventually, but it is quite costly, and I think LSC just kind of messed it up. He didn't do it right.
Well, it actually.
Yes, I don't think he's got the right touch for a rectum, a rectum lineator. I mean, yes. What are you doing, Nathan? I want to say a good shout out to Nathan real quickly, okay? Hi, Nathan. What are you doing, man? You hunkering down with your hot chocolate cocolit and your blanket, and you're getting cold over there. What is up, man?
The sky, the stars, the usual stuff.
Oh, what? How are you doing? How about I rephrase it a little bit, since you have to do that with that thing. Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
I'm mighty fine. I'm pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to eat chips off floor now. You guys continue talking about intelligent things, because I'm not that smart. So you continue, please.
That is a fantastic uniform you have, by the way. I just want to say.
I got it from
You're an idiot.
Yes, I'm actually from ISS, man.
I hope you are all enjoying the debate thus far. A very entertaining one it has been. So, if you are new to the channel or watching this and not subscribed, which is more than 50% of you, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside the show while it is live, and if you would like to join the debate with your watch page muted, simply click on the link in the info box below this video to join the debate and express your views on the shape of the Earth. There is approximately half an hour left on this broadcast. If you've not done so already, please share the show on social media.
You're taking the concave stand right here, right now.
Well, I just think that we should know about it. LSC's been put in front of this in order to, who's going to believe him? He thinks he's God. I mean, seriously, that's the perfect guy to put out in front of the truth. So we have to take it into consideration, and it's this flat versus round. It's a false dichotomy.
Why are they?
Nobody is going to be.
Why are they putting it out?
They put Cathexis out.
No, but you're saying they're putting it out. Why? And why through LSC? Yeah, yeah.
No,
He's the
no, no. What I'm
perfect guy to
saying
put it out
is,
for. I
I read I read a book about this.
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well,
See what
I
I mean?
mean, there's some. I don't want to get into it, but the thing is like, but he is out
Yeah,
there at the
he
same
doesn't want to
time
get
the
into
flat
it.
Earth came out, and you know, it's a false dichotomy. This whole flat versus round thing. Who else better to put out in front of something, the truth? Who says he's God? You know, everybody's going to be like, nah, fuck that guy. He thinks he's God.
So you
And then
think
they're
they
going to
would
ignore
have?
him.
So you think through flat Earth we would have found out concave? So they threw Jesus Christ in the mix to throw us off.
Well, yeah, nobody, like everybody, you know, they encounter him, they think that they dismiss
I like
anything
that.
he said, you know? And so
It's very cool.
I'm just saying it's kind of suspect to me. So I decided to look at it a little bit more, and light is bendy, guys. It just is.
I'll look more into it. You got me. Here you go. You trolled me good.
Yeah, man, look into
Well,
it.
I just think it's important. That's all.
I will. Hey, when Cathexis speaks, I listen.
I looked into it, man. But actually, the moon one's thrown a lump, like an actual wrench in it for me, actually.
There's this book called The Cultural Cold War, the CIA and the World of Arts and Letters by Frances Saunders. And it's pretty interesting. And she kind of says that, like, nothing is grassroots, that the CIA is behind. They, like, basically get behind all these, like, crazy ideas and fringe groups and weird beliefs. And they just kind of see whatever sticks.
Yeah.
And then whatever sticks and gets popular, they already have the leader set in place, which would be Mark Sargent,
Nathan Oakley,
Patricia Steer, Eric Dubé, those types.
Hail
Lord Stephen Christ.
You just underestimate Megatron. It's
Hail Megatron, man. Hail
Well,
Megatron.
People
Hail
can read
Metatron.
the book about what they were doing, and that was back in the Cold War. So it's like, I think we'd be foolish to think that they're not doing the same thing today.
Just quickly, Nathan, did you hear about a poem that was found in 2013 from a book called 2013, where it says, Metatron knows it is our time to be informed as the brand new firmament begins to be formed. I think it's the first two lines of this poem. It's been circulating out here. I think it's kind of hilarious.
Of course,
The
I've
Metatron
recited
knows.
that many occasions.
Megatron knows everything, man, you know. But where I come from, you know, my mother is from Mother Russia, my father is from Falulalu Akbar. And, you know, where we come from, we don't have much time to worry about the shape of Earth, you know. But when we do, we figure out its flobe. Earth is flobe, Earth is truck. Don't forget it, man, okay? Because where I come from, you don't have much time because somebody throws sticky C4 bomb on you and blows you, you know what I mean? So you've got to figure it out. You don't have much time to figure it out, you know, so.
Well, Earth is truck, so it makes total sense.
Earth is truck, man. All you got to do is get in your truck, you know what I mean? Rev up that big V10 engine, shift through all 33 gears, you know, and it, you know, proof positive, Bama, truck, you know.
I can't argue with that, actually.
David's not
You
going
got-
to.
You guys need any? You have any more questions about the concave Earth reality that we live in?
That
I'm
sounds
just
good.
field in the chat.
Yeah.
They're all telling me to kick you out for swearing, and I'm going, no. The whole point of the no swearing rule is to get people when they're triggered, as opposed to telling them to calm down, which will annoy them more. But you're not in the slightest bit
I didn't want to go all Lewis Hackett on you guys.
Well, exactly. That's a perfect case in point. But but please
I
don't
mean,
swear,
alright,
because
Lewis,
it just means
be
I've got
nice
to
to
field the chat.
We appreciate that.
Lewis Hackett does a fine service on these hangouts.
Yeah,
He
Lewis
does.
Hackett is
I like
ace.
Lewis.
Don't knock Lewis Hackett.
He
Lois
just-
is my
he-
best friend sometimes, man. Sorry to
He
cut you
kind of
off.
weirded
Yes, I
out
like
on
him.
us last few days.
He's
Lewis
very,
can hack it sometimes.
He's very angry, man. He's going to get a charge of some sort. He's already got no license or something, he says, you know. I don't know. But he needs to chill out a little, man, because, you know, a big burly man like me, he comes up and says that to me, and, you know, he gets smacked, and he doesn't want that, I don't think, you know.
this is a good guy. He might be a bit stressed or something at the moment, because flat earthers can be quite stressful because you're trying to tell them stuff and they're not listening. But no, he's a good guy, man. Seriously.
A lot of people don't act like they would in person. keyboard warriors, or you know.
Yes, a lot of people are afraid to cam up as well. You know, Don Trader UK, he talks crap about me in every single chat I'm in. I don't know why. I like you, man. You're a cool guy. We just have different opinions on Earth. I think it's Flobe, you know? So you can just stop with the hate, man. Come in here and cam up. Talk to me like a man.
Cam up,
okay?
bro.
Come up here and
cam up, Don.
Yes, man. Cam up and talk to me like a man, bro. I like you, bro. You know? You come around my place, you don't want to get blown, you know? Somebody blow you around here, man.
I'd blow you like a banana.
We can clearly see, you know, I'm ripped buff, and you are like, you know, you like to eat butter, so, you know, it's okay, P-Motors. I like you, though, P-Motors. I like you, man.
Tell them about eating butter, Convexus, how healthy it is. Butter and cheese, man.
Well, he knows. It's extraordinarily healthy.
How does everyone feel about, like, a chicken, cheese, and mayonnaise toasty sandwich? Because, like...
Throw out the bread, bro.
Well, all right, but like Curve's saying that I can't have like chicken mayonnaise and like melted cheese. And melted cheese together with it. Oh yeah, see, Curve, it's not just an American.
No, look, that kind of sandwich works just fine on a concave Earth. So I don't
say
understand
that sandwich
why
works.
He'd be upset
That sandwich works perfectly on a flat Earth as well.
So make the mayonnaise all hot. You know better than that.
Why not?
Maybe they like it like that in the UK.
Can't have that sandwich on a globe Earth.
That doesn't mean it's good.
What's Nathan saying? Nathan's UK.
What, Nathan?
Nathan, do you like hot
that sandwich doesn't work on a globe Earth, and it definitely works on a flat Earth.
Yeah, but the most important thing, Nathan, is what is wrong with having a chicken mayonnaise with bits of bacon on a toasted cheese sandwich? What's wrong with that? Doesn't that sound nice?
You're telling me the people in Australia put mayonnaise on the bottom of their sandwiches?
Oh man, you guys are missing the point. Never
I
mind.
would substitute HP brown sauce for the mayonnaise.
Look, Curve doesn't believe that HP is the one. In England, yeah, you get HP brown sauce.
No, it is.
I'd like to give a couple shout outs real quick if I could, man. Twitwit, I've got such a crush on you, man. I want you bad. And Rebel, what is up, man? Twitwit, I'm camming up for you, man. See, I tell you, bro.
Not a dating
Is it the mustache?
I want the mustache, right? You're right. I think it is. Yep.
Shout out to Twitwit. It's not a pickup site.
Yes, she's a very cool girl, man. Shout out to Nathan Oakley. Shout out to Patricia Steer. She's commented on my videos.
Get me around with that easy.
She
Come
said
on.
hello to me in
No
chat,
picking up women on the flat Earth
I
debate.
like to say hello, man.
No picking up women here.
Well, I'm gonna.
Hey, no, I got to shout out flat Earth ladies too. I mean,
yeah,
I'm just giving them a shout out, man. I like women a lot. You know what I mean?
That's great.
Hello, I like you.
I'm gonna get going, guys. Thanks for answering my questions and stuff. And I want to let you guys go. And just once again, the video that's on Taboo Conspiracy. It's a video. They're looking over the water about 7.5 miles. It's really interesting. People should check it out. So good night, guys.
Later.
Good night, my friend. Good night.
oh, fantastic. I mean, I'm glad we were able to help him out.
Yeah, man, we answered the questions here. We have the debates.
We do.
Is mayonnaise a legit condiment in a cheese sandwich? I think it is.
That's the most important topic.
We've been joined by Sky. Sorry, guys. Can I just introduce Sky-Fi? Sorry, Russian guy. Bear with me. Russian guy. Hold on. We've been joined by Skyfly Bry. Pleased to have you here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I just come on to talk to Shill. He's so funny.
Hello, my friend. What is up, man? I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, I wanted to just say about the concave Earth. It can't work because Polaris is at 90 degrees from the North Pole. And if you lived inside a bore, it would be 90 degrees for everyone on Earth. It's a simple fact.
No, not at all. It's just you're not understanding how light bends in the way that in relationship to how your eye works, essentially. It's your visual perception.
So that's the only reason it can't work.
Sounds like someone's looking to get their head chopped off to me.
It's a simple reason. It can work on a heliocentric ball Earth. It can work on a geocentric ball Earth. It could work on a flat Earth, stationary Earth, due to atmosphere.
Actually,
yes, we're also dealing with atmosphere here. Well, hold on. We're dealing with atmosphere. First of all, nothing works on a flat Earth.
Don't you mean atmosphere flat?
Yeah, nothing works on flat Earth, Sky.
Look, that chicken sandwich that he talked about doesn't work on a fucking flat Earth.
Yeah,
He
man.
cussed.
Sorry,
Stop
Nathan.
it.
Mayonnaise with
Sorry,
ranch.
Nathan. My bad, man. But yeah, look, the 90-degree thing, it works perfectly fine. It's called bendy light, bro. Wake up.
Bendy
And all
light,
of your-
man.
Bendy light, man. Come on.
It's
We're all
very
over
bendy,
it now.
you know. It's just like, hey, man, I'm a light beam, and I'm, you know, like, come on. man.
Cathexis, has all of your evidence been fully documented?
He kicked.
Oh,
What happens?
see, don't mess with Nathan now.
Oh my god, we lost the comedy. Oh no, wait, we still got Shilscan. Yeah.
Oh,
Did
my
you kick
God.
him, Nathan?
Somebody gets up
Sorry.
and
Yeah, I
sniper
had to do it
tower.
eventually.
Like, you know,
It's
it's
gotta
a
be
sniper
done.
tower. Look out, man. Who's got my 6, you know?
We only lost Cathexis.
Yeah, but now
it's
who's the
really
flat
like-
earther? There's none left, is there?
It's a gain.
I'm kind of there. I'm a flow birther, man. I think it's like an
It's an
inflated ball
addition
flat
by
thing. You know?
subtraction.
It's a flat globe.
Floby Earth, man. We need to have the Floby Awards, you know? Who's the best Floby, you know? Who's got it all going on for them, you know what I mean?
I think you're the best Floby.
Earth is flobe, bro. I tell you what, man. It's a ball, it's flat, it's everything, whatever you want it to be, man. It's flobe. Earth is flobe, bro.
But there's already a Floby. Floby was a hair cutting device.
Yes, it cuts hair. Yes, but we cut
right.
beard. We cut beard with my award. You know what I mean? I trim beard up very nicely with my Floby award, and we all are a happy camper. You know.
Oh,
Sorry,
Soviet
can I?
Russia.
I would like to squash these accusations that I hate trans people. I'm sorry that I asked Brenda if she had a member. I'm bad with an English translation, you know? I didn't mean any harm. I like trans people. I like gays. Whatever they want to do, it's your life, you know what I mean? I personally like the women, like Twit, and like, you know, like Patricia Steer. I don't care. I don't think she's trans, man. She's looking pretty hot to me, you know? So I just talk about these things, and I'm sorry if it comes across as a, you know, a butt crack head or whatever you guys say, you know? I can't curse. So, you know, fornicate you for thinking that I'm like some bigot or something, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about how Polaris works.
Thank you, man.
That's a bigot.
Repeat that, Curve.
I'd like to know more about how Polaris works with a flat Earth. Maybe Skyfly could.
Yeah. It was an interesting comment.
It's news to me, but you said it works on a flat Earth too. I'd like to know how.
It could work based on bendy light that what's the Shield just said about.
Okay, what bendy light?
I don't know. Shield spoke about it. I don't know about it. It could technically work from one point of view.
It could work, but you don't know.
No, I don't.
So if things
happened,
I just said it for fun.
Fair enough.
Okay. But that's true. If things worked in a way according to other than how we know that they work, then yeah, I guess you'd be right. All it would take is a little bit of magic.
Just a bit of magic, a bit of bendy light.
Just a bit of magic.
All good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you just have to sort of like thank God and say thank you. You know,
yeah, I agree.
Man.
With that.
You don't need to know. Yeah, if you
Everybody, man, everybody right now, go up on that top rope and drop a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drop on that super share, man. Hit that, man. Hit that super share for Nathan. Let's get that guy 5,000 subscribers before Christmas, man. Come on, guys.
And don't be stingy on that as well, yeah. Donate like generously.
Come on.
Now, Nathan.
Come on, guys. Hulk Hogan leg drop that super like, man. Come on. Come on, guys.
Aren't we
All right, I
good
got a
panelists,
boogie.
Nathan? Aren't we good to you?
Hey, I come on to show him that moon stuff, man, or Nathan showed it to him for me. I got a boogie. I'm going to eat dinner.
God bless.
Thanks a million,
Oh,
Leilai.
the full moon is in about 11 hours.
Yes.
In about 11 hours from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Not at once, though.
Yeah, not at once. Not at once.
Can't happen on a globe.
It's technically only full at like
my
a moment in
friends.
time, but
My friends, it can happen on a flobe though. All you have to do is just look into it. Research flobe.
All right, Nathan. Thanks for showing it.
Sure.
Thanks again.
See you
Pleasure to have you
later.
here.
It feels like
going to
everyone's
get-
leaving and nobody's arguing.
Yes, we're going to get quiet now. Come on, man. A big burly Russian man joins. Everybody doesn't want to talk about goodies now. Let's go, guys.
It's just so alpha shield.
America. Suicide bomb every child and mom. You know what I mean? Come on, buddies.
It's that big manly bitch you. You're so alpha. It's dominating us.
I know that everybody talks crap to me in chat. I say, I'm going to go cam up. I bet they don't want to crap talk me anymore. You know what I mean, man? I'm a
Not
very
that big.
good looking guy, you know, but I'm also a very burly guy. I come up and I say, put up your dukes, you know, like, let's go, man. You know?
Did America drop a bomb on one of your relatives or something?
What are you talking about, man? Fornicate you for saying that, man. How dare you talk about my motherland, bro? You don't even know where I'm from. I am from my mother's basement. I eat chips off floor. You don't know what that life is about, okay? Don't ever talk to me like that again, my friend.
Hey Mars, you need to lighten up, mate. He's only winding you up.
America drops a lot of bombs.
Yeah, people don't hate you, P Mars. They just hate.
Yeah, you see, you're just a very like arrogant, like monotone kind of guy, and you eat a lot, and it's just like, you know,
it's not. You mean to P Mars?
I like to eat.
Well, I eat too,
I like
you know,
eating.
but I eat in small portions, you know. I don't just have an IV of butter, you know. But that's
I would
one
love
thing
that.
I've noticed about Americans. I love you guys and all, but you know, you're very fat. And I'm sorry if that's you know, I don't care if that's offensive or whatever. It's Americans are pretty fat, man.
I don't think we should be mean to Americans. I like
Let's
Americans.
be mean to Americans, bro.
Yeah, fuck
Hey!
Americans.
Hey!
No, I'm joking.
F Americans, man. Fornicate
God,
Americans.
God,
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Nathan. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
No, I'm joking. I like you guys, man. Kinda.
Sorry,
Kinda.
warning strike.
JK, kinda. LOL.
Cat Earth's been on before. He doesn't get any warning strikes.
Goodbye, Cat Earth. The Chris.
It's getting the show anyway.
Yes, but for real, guys, have you ever looked into Flobe? Have you thought maybe that it's flat and globular or whatever you say at the same time?
Sure.
Flobular?
I've thought I've thought that maybe it's a globular globular, you know, at the same time as a flatty sometimes, you know?
So it's got flat, bendy water on it, yeah?
It's got a bendy water and a bendy light, you know, but it's like, it's not that it's like, I think it's all about what you perceive, you know? Earth could be truck, man. It's like anthropocentric, you know? You look at, who knows what is, you might be center, ant on ground might be center, you know? I think it's more like that, and if you perceive it as ball, you perceive it as ball. You perceive it as flat, you perceive it as flat. But I think most of the time it's got some bendy something going on, you know? It's got some bendy light, some bendy water every occasionally, you know? But
I see you've got a tablet and a phone and a computer.
yes, I've got tablet, I've got computer phone, I've got, this is my cell phone I used real life, man. This thing's great.
Oh, Nokia. Old school Nokia.
Yes, man. This thing's beautiful, man. I talk to bendy light people on this thing. We can't get traced on this. You know what I mean? We can't get a tracer on this thing, man. It's beautiful.
Samsung or Nokia.
Is that what you use to set off the bombs?
Oh, this is what I use to boof in my anal when I go to special ops missions, man. I have to boof it sometimes, you know.
Samsung, yeah. I see it now.
Yes. But nobody wants to contest my flobe? I mean, come on.
It sounds good.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, Curve Water. You know, you told me I'm not funny. A lot of people in chat say I am, so I don't know what you talk about, bro.
I know.
You just got to give me a chance to talk. You know, you talk so much, you never let anybody else talk, you know? So when nobody else gets a chance to speak, Nobody knows how a person acts, or is if he's funny or if he's dull or what, you know. So you need to get real, man. You know. I like you. You're a very smart guy. I will admit, you, Mr. Grim V, very smart guys. But you need to get in the program. You know. You need to relax, not be so arrogant, condescending, pompous. You know. You don't do that to people. That's not how you get your message across, man. You get your message across by relating with people, bro. Come on,
so last
bro.
night when I said you weren't funny, you were in a dry streak there. You had made several comments that weren't funny at all. And then I did give credit where credit was due, because the very next thing you said cracked me up and made me laugh. And I did admit that.
Thank you, man.
So you can be funny.
I appreciate that. See, yep. that is I like that. I like that. That is a better description, you know.
Nobody's funny all the time.
Never, man. You can't just be a funny guy at every single second of the day, you know?
Right. Yeah, everybody, bro.
Yes, my friend. If you smoke bowling with me, come on, smoke bowling. We go bowling.
When I was a young child, a guy from NASA came to my school and he gave us a picture of a satellite and it brainwashed everyone in my class. We all to believe in Globe and NASA.
That's horrible.
P. Marsh, you need to stop playing them gambling games on the computer.
I don't do that.
I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it on your Hangout.
No.
So Skyfly's advice for you is quit your job.
Don't be subjective all the time.
Gambling's wrong. Well, I think they brainwash us to think positively. Like a guy like Cathexis, he's read so much New Age propaganda. He thinks he can just like think happy thoughts and all these like tyranny will go away. But meanwhile, while everyone's thinking positively, all these negative things are happening. And then if you talk about the negative things that are happening, the brainwashed positive people are like, you're negative. And that's what like everyone's always said to me my whole life.
Yeah. Do you play in satellite tournaments?
I guess I am if I get a free ticket or something. I don't play tournaments really. I like cash games. I don't gamble.
So maybe the brainwashing from the NASA guy turned you off and made you afraid of satellites, so you don't go to the tournaments.
Well, when I was a little kid, I remember for a while, I took that picture of the NASA guy gave me of the satellite, and I put it in my room, and I had my little DOS computer, and I was like wanting to be an astronaut and stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't become an astronaut because they're just like brainwashed MK Ultra Freemasons, so they probably didn't even go to the moon.
So remember, you're P. Mark, not Scott Kelly. Now, if people that saw Scott Kelly on the television the other day believe when he made a little slip up in his speech on the British television program, where he said it looks very flat, fragile. He quickly changed it to fragile. If you accept that as a truth, then you accept the fact that he must be up in the International Space Station. Think about it. What's your view on that, Shield? Do you believe in the International Space Station?
I do believe in it, man. I do. I believe it's up there.
I think you might have been in it.
I've been there. I was commander. I believe in it. I know it was there. But the question is, where does it reside? You know what I mean? How fast does it really go? Things like that. That's the question, not as if it's there or not. It's there. We can observe it. It's there. I've been there. It's there. But the question is, man, where is it? You know? Where is it up there? That's the question, man. What does it traverse, you know? Does it traverse Flobe? I think it traverses Flobe because you guys, I've seen Flobe. I've seen Flobe, my friends.
I had an out-of-body experience one time, and I went up into the low Earth orbit, and I saw it was flat, and then I started channeling the book Cathexis is writing.
I've done DMT before, man. I pop right out of body. I look down, and I see it's Flobe. So trust me, you know. I trip DMT quite occasionally, bros. Dimethyltryptamine, man. Good stuff, bro. Try it out. Normal stuff. Very natural, comes right in brain, released in brain during REM sleep. It's released in brain when born, you know. It's in every living object. It's just how you ingest it, you know. You can smoke it, you can ingest it orally, but you have to have an MAOI inhibitor, you know, if you want to do it in belly. So, yes, my friend. Very fun stuff.
Sorry, you're saying that during a DMT hit, you saw the shape of the Earth and it was a flobe. Is that what you're saying?
I jumped out of body. This is what I think, man. I think we all reside at a certain frequency, you know what I mean? Like, your body is at a note, you know? And what DMT does is it vibrates your body into the point where it resides at a new frequency and lets your soul release out of here, your energy, whatever you want to call it. It goes back to the land of ever fun things, man. You go and you see some cool stuff, you know? And I saw Flobe, my friend.
What?
I saw Flobe.
Describe Flobe. Is it Flobe?
Well, it's ever shifting, man. It shifts to flat. It shifts to spherical. It's all about your perception, man. It's almost like you can manifest what you want this thing to be. So this is why Curved Water and all these people see it. They see the curve because in their reality they manifest it. In our reality, I might manifest Flobe. Some people manifest it as flat. It's just all about that, I think, in this reality, man. It's an anthropocentric reality, man. You are the center, not the world.
I had a feeling, right? You can only see reflected light or source light. You can only see reflected light or source light. So all the objects you look at in your room or whatever, where you are now, are just reflected light that's coming back to you. Now, it's dark, there are no reflections, so in reality it's flat, because you can't see nothing.
Yes, my friend.
So, on the sunny side of the Earth, if it be a ball, it's round, and on the dark side, it's flat. If you want to perceive it in that way, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. That's one way of looking at it.
I like that, my friend.
And with that, I'm going to say a massive, huge, enormous thank you to all of our live audience for joining us on this rather epic debate. Be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. I've been Nathan Oakley and I will see you all in the next video.